Australia headed 6 guilty in Nacogdoches County jury sentenced Jacoby Durden to life in prison for the killing of 2 men at a Nacogdoches apartment complex. Unusual wreck. An accident involving an SUV near Lufkin leads to the arrest of the driver. We've got the details. And you'll love Lufkin. We'll take you live to the opening night of a new Christmas event going on right now in downtown Lufkin.
And I'll let you know if the sunny, cool weather will stick around right through the weekend. Coming up as your KTRE 9 News at 6 is underway.
Caring, committed, proud of East Texas. You're watching KTRE 9 News.
Good evening to you, East Texas, and thank you for ending your week with us on this Friday night. Take a look. These are the 2 men law enforcement are on the hunt for tonight. 27-year-old Alonzo Irving and 25-year-old Demetrius Williams are wanted for robbing the Lovelady State Bank off of Highway 19 Thursday morning. Today, we were told by the bank president that these men, along with a third one now in custody, pistol whipped 2 bank employees and forced others to lie on their stomachs before taking off with an undisclosed amount of money. The 3 suspects took off on Highway 19 towards Trinity yesterday. That's when a deputy with the Trinity County Sheriff's Office caught up with the robbers. The deputy fired a gun at them and one of the robbers collapsed and was arrested. He is now in the hospital and his name has not yet been released. The 2 others seen here are still wanted by authorities and are also believed to be connected to a Trinity bank robbery that took place in October. And today, Jacoby Durden was found guilty of killing 2 men in January of last year at the Eastwood Terrace Apartments in Nacogdoches. The jury just took 5 hours to make their decision today. Our Alexis Frazier was in the courtroom when the guilty verdict came down and has more for us tonight.
I'm just glad justice was served.
Since the first day of Jacoby Durden's trial, tensions and emotions have been high inside this Nacogdoches courtroom. However, today, families and friends of the victims, DeVestin Fleming and William Cole, are breathing a sigh of relief as they say they finally got justice.
I was on edge. It was going up and down. Didn't know what would happen, but what has been done has been right. I thank God for that. He's guilty and it's over.
It's just like stirring it all back up again. So I'm glad it's over with.
Family members of the victims say that night in January of 2014, Durden took something from them that could never be replaced, and they're still trying to move past it.
Everything stopped, especially for my family. Everyone was hurt, shut down, broken. You can't feel a spot. That's my brother. That's my mama's child. That's my dad's child. He has kids.
Durden and his lawyers built their case on self-defense. They argued that Cole and Fleming were trying to harm him. They felt their testimony and witnesses would be enough to send him home for the holidays.
Mr. Durden is a very stoic individual, so he's not going to show his emotions much. I know he was disappointed because he was looking forward to going home and seeing his family. He's been sitting in the county jail for over a year waiting for his opportunity to have this trial.
The defense says the guilty verdict was nothing short of disappointing.
We fought a very difficult fight. We're disappointed, but we also respect the jury's verdict.
Before the victim's family, they say today's conviction brought them closure.
Glad that now my parents can rest. We can move on.
Alexis Frazier, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
Durden's attorney says he plans on appealing today's guilty verdict. A Smith County jury punished a Tyler man to life in prison and a $10,000 fine for killing a transgender woman from Lufkin. On Thursday, 21-year-old Carlton Champion Jr. was found guilty of fatally shooting 24-year-old Ty Nooney Underwood. Today, he was given the harshest sentence yet. As our Kim Loeffler spoke to Underwood's family and tells us more.
It wasn't that we won't miss.
Ty Underwood's family was emotional after Carlton Champion was sentenced to life in prison for her murder.
We'll be able to sleep better at nighttime knowing that with all the tears he's caused and all the sleepless night he's caused, he will be paying his debt to society.
But they say what hurt them the most was the way Champion acted throughout the trial.
It was heartbreaking. We were going through enough, and at least a simple "I'm sorry" would have went a long way. I'm just sympathy yesterday, but after the little outburst, we didn't have it today. Right. So
they are referring to Champion's statement after the guilty verdict was announced.
We'll be back on 3. Okay, let's do a quick.
Champion's family was also in the courtroom today, but didn't wish to comment on camera. His cousin did testify for the defense in the sentencing phase of the trial earlier this morning.
I believe that He probably done it out of anger, hurt, guilt, feeling worthless, something he actually didn't want to do in life.
During the closing arguments today, the defense claimed sending Champion to prison for life won't make the situation any less of a tragedy. But the state said otherwise.
There was no compassion, there was no mercy for Tyrone Other. But he wants some.
And Ty's family says she will never be forgotten.
The holidays are coming around. We are a close-knit family. We always exchange Christmas gifts. We won't be able to do that this year, so he'll be missed deeply.
Kim Luffler, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
Champion does have the opportunity to appeal his sentence. However, it is not clear if he'll be eligible for parole. And driving too fast is what led to this accident in Angelina County this afternoon. 57-year-old Roger Helton was driving east on FM 842 when he lost control at Twin Oaks Road. He flipped his SUV after he tried to overcorrect. Helton was cited for driving at an unsafe speed and arrested for driving with a suspended license. And a traffic alert for those traveling around Lufkin this weekend. A part of North Timberland Drive will be shut down starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. TxDOT will close a part of North Timberland Drive around the Lufkin Loop. Now, the road closure is due to upgrades being done by the railroad company around that area. The road is expected to reopen by Sunday evening. And a state agency is warning against eating fish caught in Lake Livingston and parts of the Trinity River. They say they found several harmful substances when they tested several fish from those waters. There are 7 types of fish to avoid: blue and flathead catfish, freshwater drum, gar, smallmouth buffalo, striped bass, and white bass. Again, this advisory affects Lake Livingston and the Trinity River Basin, which runs from US 59 downstream to US 90. They warn if you eat these fish from these waters, it may increase long-term health risks. We've got more details on this advisory at KTRE.com. And a mix of chilly temperatures and lots of sun will stick around the Piney Woods. Now, Brad joins us now with more on your weekend forecast around here. Now, Brad, as we get closer to Christmas, it looks like we're going to be heating things back up, right?
Yeah, exactly. In fact, it will be warming up right now, though. If you're headed out, you're going to need the jackets because it's still very cold out there this evening. We've got clear skies in place. Didn't warm up much today. And right now, many of our weather observing stations are sitting in the lower and middle 40s. So definitely going to bundle up if you're taking the kids out this evening. And overnight, we will be in store for another light freeze as we drop down into the low 30s, right around 30 in Nacogdoches. Center will be down to 31 tonight with 32 in Crockett and 32 degrees in Corrigan. And as you take a look at your Storm Tracker 3-day forecast as we go through the weekend, it'll start off near freezing tomorrow, and then the afternoon with lots of sunshine will be in the upper 50s. But then on Sunday, that's when the warming trend starts. Notice afternoon highs in the upper 60s. We'll see more clouds increase, and eventually those clouds will give way to a 40% chance of rain as we head towards Monday. The big question is just how warm will we get, and will the rain chances stick around for Santa's arrival Christmas Eve night? We'll tackle those questions and a whole lot more coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, thank you, Brad. The unemployment rate for Deep East Texas saw minor adjustments in November. According to figures by the state, the jobless rate remained at 4.5% for the state. Across the region, it moved up to 6.2%. It's down to an even 6% in Angelina County, and it holds steady at 4.8% in Nacogdoches County. In 2 weeks from today, Texas will join 44 other states in allowing the open carrying of handguns. In June, Governor Greg Abbott signed the Open Carry Act into law, effective January 1st. It's a polarizing debate with strong opinions on both sides. And as our Julie Janae finds, there are those who recommend continuing to conceal regardless of the law change.
Handgun certification instructor John Price says open carry won't adjust his recommendations much.
There'll be very little change in what we actually teach.
And in fact, he will advise his students against it.
I highly recommend you stay concealed. When you carry open, I think you're a target.
Though Texas is one of the last few states to adopt open carry laws, here at the gun shop, feelings about the change are mixed.
I think open carry is a great thing, as long as the right people are armed and they know what they're doing. I don't think the citizens should have anything to worry about.
I think the open carry will start off slow. I think because there'll be the people that have concealed it, and then they'll wonder if they want to expose it. When they have it concealed, they know they have it, but when they have it exposed, they have to look at 360 degrees around them. The best thing to do, if you're not comfortable and you have the concealment capability, conceal it.
Sergeant Eddie Sheffield with the Tyler Police Department has been training officers on open carry laws in preparation for the new year. He says the public should understand the bulk of the law is staying the same.
The concealed handgun license was changed to a handgun license, so it's the same license.
Unlike some states, a license is still required to carry.
General rule of thumb is if it was legal with a concealed handgun license prior to the law taking effect, that it is still legal, and that if it was illegal before, it's still illegal.
Julia Janae, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
Now, we've been following the Open Carry Act and how it affects Texans for over a year. Go to KTRE.com and click on the big red box to learn more about the open carry law and what all it entails. The Nine Flags Christmas Festival is winding down tomorrow with an old-fashioned celebration at the Stern Hoya Museum. The event is called 'Tis the Season. It features a mid-1800s style Christmas celebration and special holiday events like the Adolf Stern did during the winter months. No Christmas trees were used back then, but Stern had dances on muslin-wrapped porches.
What we would have had is garland, poinsettias, berries, pine cones, anything you could have found out in nature. That was really the decoration. There's no Christmas trees, there's no stockings, there's really no presents. It's a lot more on religion, family, big dinners, just really being together and celebrating each other.
Walso and free tours of the decorated home start tomorrow at 6 at the museum off of South Lanana Street. The event is free for the public. And time is running out if you still need to send off your Christmas gifts via snail mail. However, this year you might get an extra day to get there by the big day. We'll explain a little later in the broadcast. And we go live to the first ever You'll Love Lufkin Christmas event going on right now in downtown Lufkin. Our Caleb Beans will tell us more on what you can expect to see at this special East Texas Festival.
The Storm Tracker Live Doppler Network, the most accurate weather where you live.
Well, it's going to be a clear, cool, and crisp night across East Texas under that first quarter moon up there singing brightly in the night sky. And again, temperatures are cooling down very quickly here. And as we quickly take a look at the weather where you live, we'll start up in southern Rusk County, where Dorothy Penny right now is at 49 degrees. We've got 48 from Tom Johnson in San Augustine, and Cindy and Kennard right now coming in at 45 degrees. And so again, we're dropping down to near freezing tonight, and that's because high pressure will be sitting right on top of us. And anytime you're underneath high pressure, the winds are going to be calm. And with clear skies and dry air, we have maximum radiational cooling conditions in place, and that's why we'll be around freezing tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, though, as it begins to retreat to the east, our winds gradually turning to the east-southeast, but still a very nice day with lots of sunshine. And then notice what happens as you get into Sunday. This is where the change starts to take place as clouds get on the increase from the southwest. And we may also see a couple sprinkles, mainly west of here. Right now we're leaving Sunday dry, but it will be warmer, more humid with a lot of clouds on the increase. And eventually this front will get a little bit closer. So by Monday and Tuesday, some moisture may pool in along the front to give us a 40% chance of showers. But right now, not looking at severe weather, a lot of heavy rain. And it should be noted, this front is not going to make it through East Texas. And because of that, that's why temperatures are going to stay very warm and mild as we head through Christmas week next week. Speaking of that, here's the temperature outlook across the country, just in case you're traveling somewhere and curious as to whether or not you're going to get a white Christmas. Needless to say, if you're traveling anywhere along the East Coast, no cigar for you. In fact, we are looking at temperatures here running 15 to 20 degrees warmer than normal. Highs Christmas Day could be in the 70s for areas from Atlanta, Washington up to New York. The cooler than normal conditions and the white Christmas will be likely, though, if you're traveling anywhere in the Rocky Mountain states or the Intermountain West. That's because there'll be a little dip in the jet stream. That's where the storm track will be. And because it dips down, that's allowing that cold air to settle in. So again, head west if you want to endure a white Christmas. For us, it's going to be pretty warm, as I mentioned earlier. No major storm systems for Santa's arrival Christmas Eve night, but it will be balmy with temperatures Thursday night only dropping down to 61 degrees. And keep in mind, that's about where our normal high should be for this time of year. So again, we are talking pretty balmy weather next week. In the meantime, we got one more cool day ahead as we go from 31 to 58 tomorrow. Then Sunday, we're in the upper 60s. Right now, we have you down for a 40% chance for rain Monday and Tuesday as scattered showers return. And then a little bit drier as we head towards Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But again, we will have partly to mostly cloudy skies in place and temperatures topping out in the mid-70s for highs. And it's not unprecedented to get warm Christmases, but you know, it'd be kind of nice to at least have it kind of chilly out there for Santa. But hey, Santa's used to East Texas, I guess, so it won't be too surprising.
Maybe turn on the AC. I don't know. An idea.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Thank you, Brad. Now, with Christmas a week away, the City of Lufkin and the CVB are there to help you get into the festive mood with their first ever You'll Love Lufkin Festival. It all began just moments ago near downtown Lufkin. That's where we find our Kayla Beams right in the middle of it. Now, Kayla, what can East Texans expect to see and experience in this unique holiday event?
Hey, John Carlos, you know, out here at the You'll Love Lufkin Christmas Festival in downtown Lufkin, and the weather could not be better for tonight. Clear skies, a nice little cool tint to the air tonight, just perfect weather. Now, we got the ice skating rink behind me. As I move out of the shot, you can see there's actually a pretty good crowd going on right now at the ice skating rink. This is synthetic ice. It's a little bit different than the ice that you'll see at, say, the Olympics or at an NHL hockey game, but organizers say that this ice, it just works just as well for the kids, and they don't even know a difference out here. You see some of the kids having fun here behind me right now. Now, ice skating's not the only thing going on here. At this 4-day event, we have everything from vendors to musical acts to a human life-size snow globe. It's actually pretty cool. I'm planning on getting in it in a little bit later tonight. We'll see how that turns out for me. And we just have a whole lot of other events, a lot of good family holiday events. And the city said they brought this here because they felt like there was something missing for the Piney Woods at this time of year, with only being a week before Christmas.
I just think Lufkin was lacking something for a family to do over a weekend during the holiday season. And so this was a perfect way to really showcase the Pittsburgh Garrison Convention Center Plaza, that we've really never had anything happening here before. And so it was a perfect way to showcase the plaza, to be able to show off the Festival of Trees at the Museum of East Texas, and to bring a new tradition to town.
Now, like I said, John Carlos, this event's not just tonight, it goes all the way through Monday, and so there's events all weekend, and you'll see some of those on your screen right now with some highlights for tomorrow. We have a gingerbread making contest. They're also going to be showing movies at 5 p.m. every day. Tonight at 7 o'clock, though, and those movies are How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Elf, Miracle on 34th Street, and I think tonight they're actually showing It's a Wonderful Life. Those are just a few things going on this weekend. We have much more on this event at KTRE.com. The tree lighting ceremony is about to take place in a few minutes, so if you're not here, you still have plenty of time to come out. And again, the ice skating is going on right here behind me in the back, and that actually is the only thing you got to pay for. That's $10 for 30 minutes, but everything else is free. Reporting from downtown Lufkin, Kayla Beams, East Texas News 9.
All right, Kayla, looks like a lot of fun. All right, it's one busy place. No, not the mall or the stores, but the post office will tell you just how much time you've got left to get that special gift off for Christmas. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back. Time is running out for you to ship a package off and expect it to arrive by Christmas. Tonight, our Donna McCollum tells us the deadline is closed, but the cutoff day is still one day later than last year.
The customers steadily come into the UPS store in Nacogdoches, a typical scene at most any shipping franchise this late in December.
Monday's the deadline for getting something by ground, which is least expensive to almost any place in the country. And we're going to be open Sunday to help take the edge off and for our employees and our customers.
Thursday, more than 500 packages stacked up in Stone's store. The UPS man says together they weighed more than 2,000 pounds. The boxes don't represent just Christmas presents. College students contribute to the seasonal rush, too.
A lot of them, the prepaid textbooks that they have been reading for the semester and returning.
Those annoying shipping peanuts that tend to jump for freedom once a package is opened are used less and less. Stone, a Keep Nacogdoches Beautiful board member, prefers inflatable packaging instead.
Voila.
Both shipping materials are recyclable. Stone likes that many customers bring them back for reuse. But before that can happen, the sender needs to get those packages off. Christmas is just days away. Donna McCollum, KTRE, East Texas News 9.
Well, thank you for watching East Texas. We leave you tonight at the You'll Love Lufkin Festival going on right now in downtown Lufkin. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
Get your news wherever you are. Sponsored by Loving Toyota. From news and weather to high school football or even great cooking recipes, download our family of apps today.